About over 5,000 years ago, many tribes lived in the Yellow River and Yangtze River valleys in China. Legend has it that a tribe led by the Yellow Emperor initially lived near the Ji River in northern Shaanxi. Later, they moved south along the Luo River, crossed the Yellow River to settle near Zhuolu in Hebei, where they began developing animal husbandry and agriculture. Another tribal leader contemporary to the Yellow Emperor was known as Chiyou. When he led his tribe eastward, they encountered a fierce leader of the Jiuli tribe named Chiyou. It is said that Chiyou had 81 brothers, all with bodies of fierce beasts, bronze heads, iron foreheads, incredibly ferocious. He could forge knives and spears and frequently led his tribe to raid and disturb surrounding tribes, causing unrest. After settling in Shandong, Chiyou's incessant raids troubled the Yellow Emperor's tribe. The Yellow Emperor tried several times to resist but was no match for Chiyou and suffered defeat. Following his defeat, the Yellow Emperor led his tribe to escape to Zhuolu seeking help from the Yellow Emperor for revenge against Chiyou. Eager to rid himself of this menace, the Yellow Emperor allied with the Yellow Emperor and other tribes, gathered forces outside Zhuolu, preparing for a decisive battle with Chiyou. Chiyou can also be considered a legendary figure of his time and was not one to back down easily. He gathered his 81 sub-tribes and united with giants from Quafu's tribe and Sanmiao's group, having numerical superiority in troops, and with momentum gained from defeating the Yellow Emperor's army advanced menacingly towards Huangdi. Undaunted by danger, Huangdi led clansmen marked by totems such as bears, blackbirds, crows, wolves, leopards, kites, hawks, dragons, and owls into battle against Chiyou. Huangdi utilized the geographical advantage of being upstream and ordered his general Yinglong to raise the water level in the river using earth embankments to resist Chiyou's attacks. At that time, with thick fog and pouring rain shrouding the battlefield, perfect conditions for Chiyou's rain-prone tribe to conduct military operations were set. Exploiting weather changes, Chiyou opportunistically launched surprise attacks on Huangdi's army, achieving success and growing arrogant, believing it wouldn't be long before Huangdi would surrender. However, Huangdi was no ordinary opponent. He understood adverse weather wasn't conducive for their offensive tactics. He chose to strategically retreat in an orderly fashion to conserve strength. Soon after, when the weather cleared up abruptly after a stormy period, offering an opportunity for reversal of fortune for the Yellow Emperor's coalition forces. Acting decisively, Huangdi ordered his generals Changxian and Dahong to launch a counterattack from the front when conditions were favorable due to strong winds and flying debris. He also utilized trained cavalry, consisting of 300 fire-breathing animals led by Feng Ho and Wang Hai to charge directly at Chiyou's forces core. The sudden counteroffensive caught Chiyou off guard. His troops began trampling each other in panic and confusion until they were overwhelmed and forced into retreat. Unable to hold ground any longer, Chiyou fled south while Quafu stubbornly refused defeat and led his faction towards Dahong's army for a confrontation. Suddenly, a fierce wind arose, causing sand to fly. Dahong seized the opportunity and wounded Quafu, dispersing his army in retreat. Advised by numerous strategists not to let Chiyou escape, Huangdi mobilized with Yendi's tribe and Xuannu's tribe to pursue Chiyou, surrounding him on the plains of Jizhou. Drumming and bell ringing ordered by Huangdi deafened and disoriented Chiyou's forces. Fleeing southward in despair, Chiyou was captured by Huangdi and executed in the wilderness. His body was secretly buried at Zishuipo in Puyang, Hunan by Xingtian and Chiyou's subordinates. The date of his burial, the 8th day of the first lunar month, was designated as a day of national mourning for the Miao people. Soon after, Xingtian engaged Huangdi in battle but was defeated and beheaded due to being outnumbered. However, Xingtian's body did not fall, his two nipples transformed into eyes while his navel turned into a mouth as he continued wielding weapons fiercely in combat. Quafu met his end at Tongguan under an onslaught of 10,000 arrows from Yinglong, staining Tongguan red with blood. With this decisive victory over the Jiuli tribe, their strength merged into that of Yanhuang tribes. Following their defeat of Chiyou, relations between Huangdi and Yendi soured, leading to conflict at Banquan known as the Battle of Banquan. After 3 arduous wars, Huangdi emerged victorious over Yendi, whose Gongong tribe suffered defeat, leading him to strike Mount Buzhou with his head out of frustration, altering the terrain forever. After this conflict, Huangdi expanded southward, achieving dominion after 52 battles, uniting all under heaven, making him paramount leader of alliances among tribes along the middle and lower reaches of the Yellow River. For creating ancient civilization during remote times, Huangdi earned great merit, occupying a significant place in later generations' hearts, making him revered as the ancestor of Chinese nationhood, with people regarding themselves as descendants of Huangdi.